Alright, so now we're gonna take a ride on the 2016 Harley Davidson Lowrider. And this bike, I did a demo ride on it before, but we're gonna do a more in-depth ride today. I wasn't able to before, so we'll do the same thing. Stop, take a look at it, and roll on. Alright. This bike does have the keyless go, so take it for a spin. Now this one has a little bit more rumble. It's a bad boy's bike right here. I did a test ride on this before for a demo ride, and I loved it. And I was talking to the salesman about it and decided to jump up on it again and do a different ride just by myself. And I may take this around twice. Now on the Harley, we got the mid controls. So right off the bat, I noticed a difference. I can get a little wind in my crotch, and I don't know what gear I am in, so. I would say this bike is really torquey down low. Alright, we're gonna cut this off real quick, put it in the off position. All set. Alright, so this is a 2016 Lowrider. Take a look at the front, round to the side. You're gonna go around to the back. And to the other side. Now right on this side, you can notice that the bike is a 103 cubic inch motor. And we're gonna take it in to the cockpit. So, of course, on Harley Davidson, you have a signal on this side, also one on this side. So we have the trip, we have the horn, all the light controls, we have the hazards, the start button, off and run. You have your instrument gauge right here, speedometer, RPMs. This shows the mileage. You can tell when you're in neutral, and that blinking red light is the alarm system. This bike comes equipped with the keyless go. You just put the fob in your pocket and you twist this from off to on. This bike, this seat here, still have a signal on. So this seat here is fairly comfortable. It holds you in here. Oh, the 19's in the front and 17's in the rear. You have dual disc brakes up front, and of course one in the back. And you have this nice 2-in-1 exhaust that I do believe is stock. All right, let's see what it sounds like. Alright, so right off the bat, you notice that this bike is lighter and faster. It's got some torque to it. Now this bike, I've ridden it before, but I was following a group of people. Of course, a bus would jump out in front of me. Where's that "how am I driving" sign? So you can find a number and call it. Alright, so as I was saying, you can tell that this bike is light and fast and really torquey. And that rumbling that you feel in the handlebars and on that engine lets you know that this bike is ready to get up and go. I really like this bike. And my good buddy Nunez, if you're watching, I'm back at it, buddy. But I think this is going to be my purchase right here. I can definitely do what I'm wanting to do, which is take 30 days off one day and ride around the US. I can lean a little bit harder, or feel like I'm leaning a little bit harder. It's 40 miles an hour, but I'm taking this curve at 60 because it's confidence inspiring. And it's a fairly easy bike to ride. Of course, this bike is going for around 15 grand. I'm telling you, this bike right here is sweet. It's not too heavy. Sits upright. I'm comfortable with it. And I don't mind looking like a badass. Low speed handling is great on this bike. And for anybody that owns a lowrider, you can leave a comment. I don't know how or if this vibration gets a little annoying for you or not, so you know, you can let me know that. I have yet to test ride the Lowrider S, which is what I'm looking at doing here in the near future. And that would probably be the one I purchase if I do purchase a Harley. I'm looking for something that I could cruise around the US with, and I think this fits in that category. All right, we're gonna hit this freeway and see how this bike handles. Earlier, I flew past the dealership going about 80. With little effort. All right. Now, this bike, it got more wind blowing because it's open. I'm doing 70 and it feels worse than it was on the Indian with the wind chill. And one thing that sucks about this bike is the gauges. And on the Lowrider S, you have a 110. That means that you have a 1600cc bike that you have to thrash all over the place. And guess what, guys? This time the check engine light didn't come on. Must be my lucky day. I love that engine, and the people in the car beside me think I'm a badass. All right. It's all about the entrance, and it's all about the exit, baby. All right. I always have a better ride the second time I'm on a bike than the first time, but this time I actually got to go off on my own. Before taking this bike back, I'm gonna take a little joyride before turning this baby in around this little loop here by the dealership. Show you, so the Indian Motorcycle dealership of San Marcos. Just gonna take it down this road here. Now my gauge cluster, see how I gotta look down, and then that distance that my head had to travel to get back to the road? I don't like that, but this is a nice bike. I guess if you wanted to do some traveling on here, you could mount a GPS right up here if you wanted to, and it'll have the speed and everything on there. But see how nice I'm taking that curve there? That's what I wanted to test out. And then look at those brakes. Of course I'm not slamming on the brakes. I usually use my front and my rear brake at the same time, by a gradual squeeze. They wanted me to wave at them. Alright, so this has been a great test ride and review of the 2016 Harley Davidson Lowrider. This is a bike that I definitely recommend, and I recommend the dealership. Very nice people, and they're willing to help you out with your selection.